In this example, we're going to show you how expressions evaluate a lot more faster, quicker. In version 9.7, we have increased the performance of expression evaluation. There were many improvements made to the engine, and you will see that expressions run really fast. So let's go ahead and create a new workflow definition. So in this case, let's call it high performance expressions. And the first thing we're going to do is we are going to use the expression step. We're going to evaluate the expression. And we're going to do, let's do 1 equal 1. That's the expression to evaluate. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this. And you will see the same expression being evaluated. Let's do another expression here. Let's say, for example, we're going to do a different one where we are going to say variable.x plus variable.y. I'm going to save that. Of course, we don't have variable x and y defined, but if I go to save this definition, it's going to ask me to define x and y. So let's go ahead and define x as a number and y as a number. And now we're able to save it. So in this case, let's go ahead and update the variable values x and y. So if I do update, and we're going to go ahead and put this in the middle of this, and we are going to call it update x, y, and we're going to click here and set the variable x to some value. And we're going to say variable.y some value and save that. So here we're going to set the variables, and then we're going to use this in this particular expression. So let me just put this here. Let's call this add xy. And what we're going to do is we're going to replicate this same structure over here. And we're going to use the same expression, but provide two different values for x and y. So let's do different numbers and save that. And let's go ahead and save. And we're going to go ahead and run this. So let's create a workflow instance. And we're going to say create and execute. And now let's go look at the workflow instance. We have the instance that has already executed. If we graphically render this, we can actually see, if you just hover over this particular step, you can see that this particular expression took 16 milliseconds to execute. But this same expression took 0 milliseconds to execute. And over here, you can see that this expression took 114 milliseconds to execute, where it added two numbers, but the same expression with different numbers took literally 0 milliseconds to run. So you can see the performance improvement that we have made. So let's go ahead and, if you look at this particular step and look at the variables, you will see that we have added the two numbers. So you can see the step return value is 79 in this case. And if you look at the step return value in this case, it's 9217. Okay, so you can see the same expression ran, but different values. But over here, it ran the first time this expression executed, it took some time. But the second time, the same expression ran at 0 milliseconds. And you can also view this using statistics. So if you went to statistics and look at the execution or the elapsed, you can see that the first step, so this is the update step that took some time, but adding xy, and the 1 equal 1, they took literally 0 milliseconds to run. Okay, a very small amount of time.